who has the best batting average in the world.
Right.
And people said Lara, and some said Tendulkar and all that. And he said, no, Bradman. Bradman has the best average in the world, 99.9 something. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't know that. I thought it would have been Lara or Sachin Tendulkar, you know.
so Bradman, he would be like an Englishman.
Englishman, yeah,
Yeah.
that was 40, 50 years ago. Yeah. That was long,
Whoa.
long
That's
time ago.
amazing, boy.
Yeah. So he brought it right back down to show the agents that every time you pick up the phone,
Hmm.
there's a value to you. Do you know what that value is? So it means
Right.
that for every phone call you get, you make, how many appointments do you get? And from
Right.
those appointments, how many closing interviews do you have? And from those closing interviews, how much sales you make? And from those sales, what is the commission average? So then
Right.
you work it right back and you realize that to just pick up the phone and dial means $200 to you or $500 to you, depending on your average.
Right.
Yeah. So he kind of used the maths there to show the agents, how they could finish strong by simply increasing the number of times they pick up the phone to dial.
Right. Being show them the value.
That's right, because
Right.
every time you pick up the phone, there's an end result. Not every time, but when the averages are worked out, you end up in a much better position.
Right.
Yeah. How is the letters going to your agents? The letters that we had shared, those
Yeah, going good.
congratulatory letters and all.
A very good response from the ones we sent, you
Yeah,
know. I noted, keeping positive all the time, despite
yeah,
the position of person, you gotta encourage them,
that's right.
So yeah, so that's been going good.
Yeah,
So,
encouraging is important. Sometimes just a two-liner. Hey,
yeah,
buddy, what's
yeah,
going?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sometimes you can
yeah,
say words. Hey, buddy, what's going on? You know,
yeah.
message because they realize, hey, but wait now, I'm really not doing anything, and my boss pulling up on me here. You
Yeah,
know, some of the
yeah.
other, you see the increase in the performance. You change the letter around, recognizing the increase, but letting them know that, hey, I have
Mhm.
seen that you have improved. I have seen that you're giving a greater effort, but we need to do a little more. You know,
Right.
so you keep lighting that fire under them.
One thing they notice is how much they appreciate it.
That
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
right.
yeah. You wouldn't well initially I didn't think that, it would be a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Just
really appreciate it.
just think about when you get a letter from your bosses, how you feel. And it's the same thing with them. That encouragement is very important because
Mhm.
unless you plan to get rid of them, you have to keep
Right,
encouraging, you know?
right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
on Monday, for the last 2 months, we had a contest running because August is normally the slowest month in the year for insurance. July and August.
It,
Normally
it,
this,
it's interesting, but I got my biggest month in August.
but that's real good. That is
That's
real
it's so strange.
because you see what happened in July and August, everybody go on vacation, right? In
Mhm.
Trinidad,
Yeah.
that's the August holidays. July, beginning of July, vacation starts, and end of August it finishes. So for
Well,
that,
ours happen in September.
oh, well then September is the time you need to look at because
Hmm.
what you find when people go on vacation, the
No, I mean
client,
this year. You absolutely right about July and August. That
yeah,
normally that's the case, but this year
yeah, you had
it's
a good
is a
one. Well,
yeah.
fortunately for the contest we had, we saw an increase. Our KPI for upper week was like about 0.78 per week. And during the 7 weeks contest, it went up to like 1.2, 1.3 apps per week per agent. So we saw the
Hmm.
increase, you know. We
It
paid
went
out,
from 0.7 to 1.2.
no, it was 0.78
Right.
per week per agent. And it went
Hmm.
to like 1.2, 1.3 per week.
I
So
was,
we all,
I was looking at the figures of the last week and noticed that you definitely had a lot for agent, especially having so much agents too. It was
yeah,
still pretty high for agent. I thought that was fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So August as a result was a big month because you see, August month, July and August, a lot of people go on vacation. So
Hmm.
when clients go on vacation, because their children out of school and all of that, they don't have time to really set meetings. And then agents want to spend that time too with their families. So a
Right.
lot of find agents taking that time to relax and stuff. But
Right.
this year we had agents taking like 1 week off with their family and they were back on the job. So we saw
Right.
a real nice increase in that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day we did the draw for the winners and we gave out some money and stuff today. So everybody happy. They pump up the year end, but next week we're going to launch our Christmas contest.
Right.
You know,
Okay. So you have a Christmas contest. It runs from October to December.
October to December. That's correct. So it's starting next week and it's a
Right.
10 contest. It ends in the middle of December because we want to make sure we give them enough time to get the requirements in and all of that for settlements. So
Right.
it's a written contest, but they have to have the requirements in by the 17th of December or
Or
else
even if it's not issued, as long as the requirements are in.
by the 17th.
Ah.
You see, because we can't
Okay.
control. We'll get them issued as long as the requirements are in by the end of the year.
Right.
But by the 17th of December, if they have all the requirements in,
That's a
we-
fantastic idea, boy. Yeah.
we stand a better chance of getting it settled by the end of the year. So we get them to
Mhm.
drive the written business, but
Mhm.
they still have to get the requirements in, you know.
Right.
So we normally do a draw. We have a wheel. We do it virtually because these meetings are done virtually. We have a
Right.
wheel, all the prizes, and there the top prize is normally a $10,000 TT prize. And
Right. Mhm.
you could write 5 applications and spend the 10,000. The minimum price is like $200 on the wheel,
Mhm.
you know, but we have a lot of 200, a lot of 300, a lot of 400.
Yeah.
we have 1,000, we have 5,000, we have like 4 2,000, 10 1,000.
Right.
So you have a chance of winning a bigger prize, but
Mhm.
but it's all about the excitement. People write their 5
Yes.
apps and they think they have a chance, you know.
Understood.
And it's the luck of the draw, really. So it's not like we're going to be paying out 10,000 for every 5 apps that come in.
Right.
But every agent that push for 5 apps, you know, they have that chance to hit the targets, you know. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So that is working well for us. How is
Mhm.
your recruiting going? I saw you had about 3 new ones for the year.
We had 3. 1, 2, yeah. 3 new ones for the year and 1 resignation yesterday.
Okay.
I was trying to get her going for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's up now.
Yeah, you always have to remember, you can't make chicken sandwich out of chicken feathers. Not everybody is cut out for this business.
Absolutely.
And as a manager, the earlier you could recognize that and direct them in another career is always better for them and for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we spend a lot of time with the people who are struggling, thinking we could make magic with them. No, if you think that
so, you know.
Yeah, if you really see good value and you know that, you know, working with them closely will get them to that level you want them at, then fine, go ahead. But a lot of times as managers, you know, because
just gotta let go.
we're desperate to keep them there, we keep working and hoping. We're hoping more than, you know, knowing.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, we had 2 resignations, and I remember that. So that was really 4 new agents and 2 resignations, but 1 after 2 months, you know. So we know getting anything. This lady that I got to resign yesterday, man, this is like 4 years she was in the business. I've been trying to get her resign now for the last thing, you know, we have behind labor laws and had to go through the PIP and all this kind of thing. So she finally resigned. But so now, as soon as I see you in making it, you're going in the 3 months.
Yeah.
So we have 1 agent who came on, and I let her go in 2 months.
Okay. Yeah, you had to keep the contract in front of them all the time, because if they can't get that fast start, it's going to be very difficult. I mean, in today's world, you need to get that fast start.
Yeah.
And always remember that first 90 days is the key. Spending that time inspecting what you expect for that 90 days.
Right.
Ensure that they're doing proper policy delivery. Ensure that when they go to deliver those policies, they're getting
Right.
names of clients, they're using your maybe I should send you my referral script and we could talk about it next time.
Sure,
We
I
have,
appreciate that.
yeah, we have a script that we use at the branch.
Mhm.
I'll send you my hit list also, and maybe next month when we meet and chat, because I have to run off in a little while.
Right.
Next month when we meet to chat, we could discuss both the referral talk. It works wonders for our agents.
Right.
We could talk about the hit list also. Those are two tools
What
that
is the
I
hit list?
developed. Okay, so the hit list is really zeroing on people who you plan to sell now over the next month, say.
Mhm.
So we let the agents identify 10 existing clients that you need to do reviews with. So that's an opportunity. 5 people who you always wanted to talk to, but you never approach them for whatever reason, because of fear, because you think they ain't gonna give you an appointment, because you think they have insurance with another agent, so you never call them. Most of the time it's because of fear. You don't call them.
Right.
So you write down five names of people who you always wanted to talk to. Then you write down on that hit list 10 names of people who you do business with.
Right.
The grocery that you buy your groceries at, your barber, your hairdresser, your doubles vendor. Well, in your case is
we got doubles vendor too.
Right, nice. Yeah, because I mean these guys make good money, and the fruits vendor. A lot of us tend to ignore people like that, but fruit vendors make good money. If you're a mechanic, the tire shop that you fix your tires at, your gardener. So you identify those people who you do business with and you put them on that list. What you're doing by doing the hit list is that you tend to concentrate on this group now. You're zeroing on this group. That's your target list. Those are the people to put your best effort out with over the next month.
I'm glad I have that term now, the hit list.
Yeah.
Everything you telling me I can use,
Yeah. Now the hit list is something whenever I'm in a meeting where they're launching a contest, I will pull out a paper and start writing down names of people who I think I have a chance of selling.
Right.
We have that group, people who we know we have a good chance of selling, but then we're just not motivated enough to pick up the phone and call them.
Right.
But sometimes when you put them on that hit list, it helps you to more concentrate and zero in on that group. And
with you. Sometimes when I want sales is just you go and get them.
That's
but
right.
They call it a hit list. But I like how you itemize it as well.
Yeah.
The clients, people you do business with, and the third one is
existing clients, people you always wanted to call on but never did.
People you always wanted to call. That's the second one, right?
Right.
And yes.
People who you do business with. People who you do business with should be doing business with you.
And should be open to sitting with you too.
That's right. Yeah. So the man who you're buying chicken by on the corner.
Yeah.
The mechanic, because you're carrying your car by somebody to fix when it gets when something go wrong.
Yeah.
Right. And these are all people who making money because they're right there in the village. They have their shop. They're running a business. They're making money. People don't realize it. My hairdresser have a very, very large, have a few very large policies with me.
Right.
Because of the amount of money she makes. Right. A barber makes mad money, because they have people in the shop and cutting their hair all day. Right. These
Absolutely.
guys and they have very little overhead expenses. Right. Most of the time they're running their barbershop from under the house.
Yeah.
A shed on the side of the house or something, So that opportunity with people who you do business with is very, very important. But a lot of us tend to ignore it because we don't zero in on it. We're not concentrating on that group. So the idea to have a concentrated list of people that you're going to work on now. Now, when you go to those people and you meet with them and you have your interview and stuff, If you do business, fine. But even if you didn't do any business with them, the opportunity there to get referrals from
Right.
this are tremendous.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
the opportunity to get referrals is tremendous. So getting referrals
Mhm.
now adds to the numbers that you're going to be working with, over the next few months or so. You
Right.
follow?
Right. 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 Yeah.
That has made a
Yeah.
huge difference for us in terms of, um, adding to the numbers and getting us to the kind of figures that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Over the last 6 months, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, we have done 1 million almost every week. And again, it's because of working with
Yes. I saw that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we look at our bump. We're looking forward to our bumper year end.
Mhm.
As at September ending, we had about just a little over 33 million settled. So we are above target still. Uh,
Mhm.
so we're looking to go past quota by about 25% above quota this year. Yeah. You know.
Oh
How is
yeah.
how things going with that trainee manager you were trying to identify? Trainee unit manager.
Yeah. So Roger. Yeah. He by the end of the year he should have enough agents to become a unit manager.
Okay.
And then I'm working with another 5 people. So two of them looking at 2026 and two of them looking at 2024,
Okay.
right? To become unit managers. And one by still up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So after this morning, we had a meeting, what we call leadership development meeting.
Yeah.
And we clarify those targets with each person. We're looking at this time, so they need to do X amount of activity
Right.
to get those agents and what's not. So
Right.
yeah.
Just always remind them that it's not about the end result, but it's about the travel along the way, the activity that you do,
The
ident-
process. Yeah.
identifying ideal people is
Mhm.
important. Having numbers in the pool, because if you have a larger pool, you
Mhm.
normally better recruits coming out of it.
Right.
If you're dealing with just a few people, you're going to try to get squeeze blood out a sponge, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and it can be ideal. So if you have a larger group, then it's easier on you as a manager to identify those who rise to the top,
Oh,
and then you have
yes, absolutely.
others that you could judge these by,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you.
So
Mhm.
one of the strategies is to have each person submit in a month some prospective candidates, and
Yeah.
then we do a seminar. So the next seminar will be the 26th of October. So we
Okay.
try to do one every month.
Very nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's excellent. The seminars work well. Because you have a larger pool could come to those seminars, and then you will be able
Yeah.
to start out from there who is
Yeah.
ideal you want to continue working with, who's showing the
Mhm.
interest that you're looking for, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and from there because yeah, that's do you all do advertising in the newspaper or
No, but here, Barbados, that is against the law. Only a company can advertise. But
okay,
but but we do social media.
right. But
Yeah, social media postings.
social media is good. It's just that so many names come through on social media that there's a larger group to sift from. There's a lot more.
Yeah,
There's a lot more
yeah,
work. But what you should do is try to get your agents to develop an eye for identifying people who could do well in the business.
right. You mean I as a profile?
An eye, like the eye to see the right people, to identify them.
Oh,
Hey,
got you, got
say,
you, got you.
oh, that person could do well in this business. That person could be a good insurance person. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
time you meet people on your way, you meet them in the bank, you meet them in business places and so on, and you say, wow, look at how
yeah,
that person operates. They would be an ideal insurance salesperson.
yeah. But
So,
I do have a guy who's good with that,
mm,
But we've had the experience that two of the people that he referred, he thought they were good and so on, but I got tools on the part.
okay.
So he then referred them to Surgical and One Pan American Life. I know they're doing very well at those companies.
Yeah, but David, two on the
Uh-huh.
pop. You can't throw away a person if they have a two. You see, if you look at all the other
Mhm.
areas, and the other areas is telling you this person
So
is a two.
that's what learning now, but that's been a hard learn, you know.
We know of that. We have seen it happen. Ben rejected a girl years ago, and she's
Mhm.
one top agent in Sagico today in San
You
Fernando
know,
South. Yeah,
yeah, one of the girls know earning between $10,000 to $12,000 a month Barbados.
yeah. You see, the pop is a gauge, but not
A
the end
gauge.
all, not the end all to a person's ability.
But the
Because
reality is for us that if somebody had two, how we can get them through?
you
Reagan said have got two.
know if the rest of the file is strong, and you as
Mhm.
the manager see certain things in the person in
Right.
terms of ability, because a person could get a five and fail, Let guardian do a survey.
Facts.
Let guardian
Facts.
do a survey. Half of the
Mhm.
people who got a five are no longer here. And some of the
Facts.
people who got one and the managers vouch for them and put their head on the line for them, they're still
Still
here to
here.
yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
So
That's interesting. But
it's I'll tell
so
you something.
so
A lot of people sometimes do the pop, but they don't get the correct score because they didn't do it in the way they're supposed to. Some
right.
feel the pop is a test of their ability.
Mhm.
Some people feel the pop is how much they know, but it's not. It's really who you are. And
Right.
answer the questions incorrectly, trying to impress you,
Yes.
right?
So wow, you got a nice looking dog there, man.
Yeah,
One of the things we found is that one of the solutions that I have,
yeah,
no, even if the person get a two, so especially some of the ones I even look back at that doing well now, that had a
yeah,
lot of conflicting answers.
yes,
So I letting people know continuing the process, which they could do over the pot then in 6 months.
that's right.
But this time I'll go through it with them
Yeah,
to ensure the answer it the right way.
right. And don't ever give people the pop to do at home. Don't send it to them online to do because they ask their wife certain questions if there's the correct.
Oh, so you let them do it in front of you?
Always let them do it in your office. So you have a special area in your office where they will sit
Ah,
and they have a certain time that they have to complete it in. Because if you give them the pop to do and you
mhm.
don't give them a timeline to get it done, they start think when they see a question, they start to think what is the best answer they could give you and not really
Ah,
what is the first response that come to them.
I
So you
got
want
you.
them to do it in a quick time, you want them to do it in a comfortable place, but no distraction, and they
Right.
can't go asking anybody. You can't call a friend then.
I can
Yeah,
implement that. Everybody that do the pop have to come in.
yeah, let it come in the office and do it because you get a better results. You will see a difference in the results you're getting. And
Mm,
and you would see some of those people who got two, they will get a better score.
right.
You know,
Right.
the thing about it is that even if you have a two, but you feel strongly about it, you continue and put a
Yeah.
good case forward to the president. I mean, the
To,
vice
to,
president.
to be honest, I've seen some tools that look better than fives to me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see tools with a high achievement drive,
yeah,
reasonable, independent thing. The other two bad, but they get two.
yeah.
And I see some fives with a low achievement drive,
Mhm.
So
In your questioning of the individual and all of that during the process, you would be able to pick up over time. You get the experience of having
yeah,
the for the successful ones. You will never be 100% sure.
yeah,
Never, because the ones that looking good, smelling good, sounding good could be the biggest failure, and we
it
have
is
seen that
true.
happen.
And we've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I will send you the referral talk,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I will send you the hit list. And when we meet next, I will actually go through the referral talk with you and do it as if it's a role play. Uh,
Right.
and
Okay.
you will then adopt it if you feel it makes sense, and you will then train your agents on it, because they must practice it, they must get good at it, it must become second nature to them, and you will be amazed by the number of good quality referrals they will get using using the proper talk.
Right. Okay.
Referral talk.
Yes.
All right.
Really
So
appreciate this, Ram,
have
man.
those, I will let Diane send it to you.
Yeah.
And you could familiarize yourself with it over the next few weeks. And when we meet again in November, we could do some sessions on it.
Yeah.
Some sessions on it, role play and
Yeah.
stuff. All right.
Appreciate it, man. This has been valuable to me.
Yeah,
Thanks for your time.
I look forward to meeting with you too, David, man. I really like the conversation, and being able to help in whatever way I could.
Really appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well, enjoy your trip to England, man. When you leaving?
I am leaving on the 8th. Next week, Tuesday, I leave to head to Coventry.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you enjoy. Be safe, huh?
Yeah, man. And you all have a good one in Panama.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, cool. Keep good.
You take care.
Okay, man. Cool.